factor crap of the day is we got to go into the NFL draft. We got to go to the NFL draft, and we've been talking a lot about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers seem to be drafting a quarterback in this year's draft. But however, Jackson Dart has been flying up the draft boards. We all know mock drafts are all fake and fugazi, but he started off as a day 2 pick, meaning Jackson Dart. Then he's jumped up into a late day 1 pick, and now after his NFL Pro Day, he is now sneaking into the top 10 NFL draft mock drafts in this year's mock drafts. So guys, facts or crap. Will Jackson Dart be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft in 2025? Let's think about this logically. Let's sit back and think about this logically. The teams that are drafting in the top 10, who needs a quarterback? So right now, we have the Titans, we have the Browns, Giants, Patriots, Jaguars, Raiders, Jets, Panthers, and Saints and Bears all drafting in the top 10. The Tennessee Titans need a quarterback. They also need a receiver, running back, offensive line, nose guard, edge rusher, linebacker, safety, and a kicker. So the Titans do need a quarterback. So yes, there is one. The Browns, right? The Browns could go either way. They could go with Travis Hunter. They could go with Abdul Carter. They don't need a quarterback. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback on the roster. So we're going to say, meh. Right? Meh. Probably not. The Giants, you could say legitimately need a quarterback. Yes. So there is two. You can have all the guys you want in the world, but two, right? The Patriots have their guy, Drake May. Jaguars have their guy. Raiders are, right? They have faith in AOC still, but they have Geno Smith. They're not going to draft a quarterback at six overall. Jets are not drafting a quarterback. Panthers not drafting a quarterback. And the Saints, they could, but probably not, whatever. But the Bears are definitely no. So realistically, there are two teams in the top 10 that will be drafting quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward probably go 1 and 2 or 3 at the end of the day. So when we look at the draft and only two teams are needing a quarterback in the top 10, realistically, we can say crap. He is not going to go in the top 10. However, we know how the NFL draft goes. We know how the NFL draft goes. Once one quarterback starts to go off the board, they all start going off the board. Last year, we saw 6 quarterbacks in the top 12. Crazy. But guys, fact or crap, will Jackson Dart be a top 10 draft pick in the 2025 NFL draft? I am saying fact. I am saying fact because the NFL draft is like a college party with drunk guys. The NFL draft is like a sausage fest at a college party, and 3 hot girls walk in. Three girls walk in, right? 3 girls walk into a sausage fest party. That is what the NFL draft is. The NFL draft are all the guys, and the quarterbacks are the 3 girls, right? The people that do not have penises. Let's just be honest. And once one semi-cute girl walks up and starts talking to somebody, everybody piles in, and like all of a sudden it's a big gangbang at the end of the day. Guys, Jackson Dart is going to go in the top 10. There are going to be people out there that start to freak out. Once Cam Ward goes off the board, once Shedeur Sanders goes off the board, you are going to see people start freaking out like, oh, I thought Jackson Dart was going to drop down to 12. I thought Jackson Dart was going to drop down to 21. I thought he was going to... You are going to see a team like the Steelers jump up there and get him at, hell, potentially number 3, number 4, number 5. You are going to see a team like the Saints freak out and jump up and try to go get a quarterback. You are going to see teams out of the blue jump up there and try to get Jackson Dart because they don't think he's going to drop that far, and they want that quarterback. They think he's a big name, and all of a sudden is... But I think it's a fact. So what do you guys think? Fact or crap? Will Jackson Dart go in the top 10 in this year's NFL draft? Let's Go Sports says Dart isn't worth trading up for. Honestly, maybe trading down in the first round, but I don't think it's worth going out to get him in the first. And Let's Go Sports, you were exactly right. It is not worth it to jump up there and go get Jackson Dart in the top 10. Jackson Dart should legitimately be a second day pick, second or third round pick. Let's just be flat out honest. Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders should probably go 15th, 16th, 17th in this year's draft if you're basing everything off of talent and skill level. But since you are a quarterback, even though you're the 15th overall player, all of a sudden that jumps you up 15 spots. So if we think Jackson Dart is a mid-second round player, you got to jump that about 15 spots. Mid-first round, right? Maybe late first round. But then there's going to be a team out there like, oh, we need a quarterback. Let's go up there and get him. Just, it is tough. It is tough. It is tough. It is tough. Willie Jack says, hell nope. The Dart hype is over, Drive, but top 10 is literally the jumping off the shark. Shake my head. Willie Jack, we have seen teams out there that have made a drastic first-round pick. Las Vegas Raiders do it all the time. They make stupid asinine, asinine, 12 picks. There's going to be a team that's going to probably jump up there and take Jackson Dart way too early. James Frank says, if the Browns take Carter at 2, look for them to jump back into the first round at 20. James, that would not shock me. What also would not shock me is if the Tennessee Titans move back to 3rd or 4th and they jump back up into the first round. That's what really, the Titans are going to be the wild card. But Alpha Rob says fact. Or sorry, crap. My bad. Crap. Jackson Dart is going to go to the Buffalo Bills at number 29. I'm kidding, Alpha Rob. But guys, that is fact or crap. The next up.